Mr. Chairman, item number 5 is approval or denial to adopt the East Milton Master Plan, and we're going to have a presentation on Thursday when we're back in Milton. You've got the entirety of the draft in your backup and available online, so we would recommend putting this, pending any board discussion today, on the regular agenda for Thursday.
Yeah, we'll move this to the regular agenda since Commissioner Smith, the district commissioner, isn't here. We do have John Simoniak signed up to speak if he'd like to address the board.
John Simoniak, East Milton. You threw me a little bit of a ringer because I expected Commissioner Smith and Sean to be here to present it. So I did go through the plan yesterday. It's 222 pages. My printer kind of coughed on that. I'm really excited to have that done. So thank you all. Thanks to the staff to put this together. It's been 3 years at least of advocating and pushing for it. There's some stuff in there that I think is important just to highlight quickly. It's very key to understand that in this plan it talks about 85% home ownership out there in the East Milton area. That's phenomenal. In the Herald area, 100%. So you have a lot of vested interest in that area. The part that I think is key to it is, as we talk about conservation, protection, different things like that, you have a sizable population in my age group, boomers, that are going to turn over a lot of equity. And as that starts to equity, these are going to be some of the larger properties. To be able to bring in some of this conservation easements where maybe next generation, so it doesn't all go into subdivisions. I think there's some things we need to talk about in terms of the wildlife corridor that runs down from Alabama clear through. There's room to identify some wildfire risk. It's not mentioned in there. I've recently had some friends out from the west, and we're very fortunate that we don't have a real fire problem because we sure as heck have the vegetation up against wildland-urban interface. I think that the multi-modal transportation and the transportation corridors idea in there is fantastic. I'd like to see that developed. The idea being is that we do have a lot of corridors go through there that are underutilized at the ground level, and so there's opportunity there to talk about alternate roadways. There's some decisions maybe being made in there about septic to sewer, and some hard numbers about whether it's a 0.5 acres or greater than or equal to 5 acres that require sewer. So I think there should be some discussion there. This transfer of property rights, whether it is another form of that where people are going to be able to buy and sell. They're going to be winners and losers on that particular part. And then I guess greatest part is what to do with the OLF Santa Rosa. We just talked about it. And if you go back to the public comments, there is substantial public comments against industrial stuff.
John, your time is
done.
up. Thank you. We'll see you Thursday, though, I'm sure.
Yes, indeedy. It was a long drive down here. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, gentlemen, that moves to Thursday's regular agenda. And just as a reminder, I know some people weren't aware, I know the board's aware and staff is, that Commissioner Smith was in Washington, D.C. representing the board at the NACO, National Association of Counties Conference. We'll move on to item number 6.